If you want to understand my family, picture a stage with one brutal spotlight. In it, my sister, Brooke, lashes for days, a GPA with a publicist. Off to the side, sweeping confetti like it's a career path. Me. I'm Mia Booker, 24. Reliable, quiet, best used, according to family tradition, as a tripod. Graduation day. Caps fall like dark birds, and the parking lot shines with parental pride. Mom's blazer could slice fruit. Rick, my stepdad, paces like a stage manager trying to cue applause. We turn the corner, and there it is, a charcoal SUV with a bow large enough to qualify for its own zip code. Mom turns on her velvet knife voice. Brooke, honey, we are so proud. We wanted to invest in your future. Brooke shrieks, hugs the hood, hugs the salesman filming it for the dealership's page, has the audacity to kiss the bow. Me? I get bumped by an elbow in a job. Mia, make sure the bow's in frame. I film it perfectly because invisibility comes with great camera angles. Then Mom rotates toward me with customer service warmth. And for you, sweetheart, congratulations. She hands me a mug, white ceramic, the cheap kind that chips if you look at it wrong. A slanted sticker says, "Congratulations," in party font. The letter S is peeling like it attempted escape and almost made it. Brooke twirls the key fob on her finger. No hard feelings, Mimi. I mean, you're you. Apparently in our house, you is a diagnosis. It wasn't about the car, I tell myself, as the bow shines like an accusation. It's about who gets the car and who gets the mug, and how those answers are always the same. Rick claps my shoulder with a champ. Mom's already angling for a boomerang shot. Dinner? Rick calls. Brooke can drive. Mom glances at me like an afterthought. You coming? I promised my boss I'd cover the closing shift, I lie. My boss is a spreadsheet called Jobs I Might Actually Want and a playlist of repair tutorials that hum like lullabies. They pile into the SUV. Tinted windows slide away, and in the chrome I catch my reflection. Some families pass down china. Ours passes down a script. Brooke wins. Mia claps. I walk home with the mug in a cardboard sleeve like it's fragile art. My kitchen cabinet hangs crooked. Apartment motto. Close enough. I brew coffee I can't afford, set the mug down, and write on a sticky note. Start today. No montage, just decisions. Step 1. Find work that isn't smiling for tips I don't believe in. Step 2. Stop auditioning for approval I never booked. Step 3. Save until leaving isn't a tantrum. It's a plan. My phone buzzes. Adrian. Proud of you for showing up today. Call me if you need a ride. He sends a photo of his own car. 10 years old, dent in the door, paid off by sweat and budgeting. It looks like a future, not a prize. I type back, I'm okay. I have a mug. He replies with a laughing emoji and a heart. Then, dinner at mine tomorrow? Real food, not instant noodles. Before I can answer, Brooke's text pings the family chat. Apple CarPlay, it's like driving a spaceship. Mom replies with 5-star emojis and one link. Habits of highly successful children. Rick adds a thumbs up and a Brooke, you earned it. Me? I put my phone face down. The mug looks small. I look tired. Both feel temporary. I open my laptop and update a resume no one asked for. Hands-on, fast learner, fixes things other people give up on. I scroll past jobs that want a smile more than a spine and click a post on a local forum. AC install Saturday. Need extra hands. Bring gloves. Mitch. I bring gloves. Saturday dawns like a dare. The roof feels close to the sun. Heat presses down until my bones hum. I hold a condensing unit while Mitch bolts it, and when my arms begin to shake, he doesn't comment on my strength. He nods at my timing. You're quiet, he says, not unkindly. You listen. That's rarer than a good thermostat. We eat lunch leaning against the parapet, the city glittering like something you could burn yourself on. You ever done electrical? He asks. I shrug. Watched a lot of people who have. He scratches a diagram on the back of a receipt. Airflow. Change someone's life and they don't even see it. Just feel it. I go home sunburned and oddly happy. I put the mug on the nightstand like a witness and set my alarm for 5 a.m. The window unit hums a note of survival I suddenly understand. Here's the part I never say out loud. The bow isn't the wound. The hierarchy is. So I start a spreadsheet. I name the savings column keys because I want a handful of them. Keys to places I pay for, doors that open because I turned them myself. Every Friday, I move a little chunk into keys. I list my wins, even the dumb ones. Bought steel-toe boots, on sale. Figured out how many screws fit between regret and good enough. Didn't answer Brooke's 1 a.m. SOS wiper blade vibe killer text. Adrian calls from the grocery store. We're cooking tomorrow. Say yes. His voice is a warm room. I almost tell him I can't stand being the punchline in my own house anymore. Instead, I say, I'll bring the salad. He laughs. Then I'll rescue it with dressing. Sunday, Mitch tosses me a filter change call. Solo. Text me if something explodes. It feels like a lowercase promotion. Mrs. Alvarez on the third floor hands me water and says, Mija, you listen. The super shakes my hand. Finally, someone who shows up. Pride arrives quietly, takes a chair, and stays. I keep a notebook of what broke and how it apologized after. Nights, I sit in a community college electrical class. The chairs complain at anyone who pretends they don't belong. I sit front row anyway. Money moves slow, then faster. Over time is a tide. I learn to float. Keys ticks from sad to less sad. I buy a secondhand toolbox that doesn't fling itself open on potholes. The mug retires to the shelf, still crooked, somehow proud. I make the mistake of attending a family networking dinner. Complicity is muscle memory. Brooke treats me like valet. Don't touch the mirrors, she says. They're at a face slimming angle. She posts a story, learning car things with my cropped arm. Rick presses a $20 into my hand like philanthropy. I deposit it into keys while walking to the bus. Mom corners me by the sink. Brooke's mentor will be there. Great exposure. Smile a little more. I'd rather be paid, I say quietly. She blinks like I spoke in a language she forgot to learn. That night, Adrian texts, How was dinner? I send him a photo of the mug on the shelf and my sticky note below it. Start today. He replies, Proud of you. Keep going. Monday morning is a heat advisory and a building that smells like pennies. The crawl space is the size of a suitcase, and halfway through, I nearly bail. Mitch says it like weather. You're good at this. I don't say thanks. I just breathe easier. Friday, Keys crosses $2,000. It's not much. It's oxygen. I buy exactly 3 things. A mattress, a lamp, and a tiny table I assemble wrong twice. I text the family a photo of my new keys with the mug between them. A little lighthouse of ceramic. No caption. Brooke hearts it. Mom replies with confetti. 20 minutes later. Can you swing by? Brooke needs help choosing a mirror. I laugh like I just realized I'm not auditioning anymore. I send a photo of my straightened kitchen cabinet door instead. Adrian messages. Dinner's ready. Real vegetables. I pause. Look at the mug, catching light. The sticky note. The first faint outline of a life that belongs to me. I lock the door from the inside and leave. Summer presses down like a test I didn't study for. I learn quickly that HVAC work is part engineering, part archaeology. Half the job is discovering what the last guy did wrong. Mitch is patient in the way people get after too many bad apprentices. Tight and slow. Listen for the hum, not the hiss, he says, handing me the torque wrench like a secret handshake. I listen. My palms split, then heal tougher. My savings spreadsheet, keys, grows slowly, its cells turning from red to something almost hopeful. Every Friday I add one line, deposit $125. Note, didn't cry this week. Between calls, I start to see patterns, how every broken system tells a story about neglect, impatience, or ego. Sometimes I wonder if people are the same. At lunch, Mitch pulls a receipt and sketches airflow paths with a pen that's missing its cap. You see this? When air can't move, pressure builds until something gives. People too? I ask. He squints at me. You planning to start charging for therapy? Maybe. He chuckles, then adds, keep your hand steady, and one day you'll be running your own van. The words stick. Your own van. A simple phrase that feels like freedom. By July, I can haul a ladder one-handed and quote refrigerant lines like poetry. My days are sweat, metal, and the smell of insulation. My nights are spreadsheets and bruised knuckles under cold water. The mug, my so-called congratulations, sits on the shelf holding bolts now. Symbolic, maybe, or just practical. Brooke, meanwhile, has turned her SUV into a content machine. Hashtag boss energy. Hashtag girl on the move. Every post glitters like approval wrapped in filters. Mom keeps forwarding links titled Habits of Highly Driven Women. I stop replying. Then, one night, my phone buzzes. Brooke, can you swing by? My headlights are weird. Me. Booked. Try the dealership. Mom, seconds later. Mia, where is this attitude coming from? I look at my palms, raw, proofed by labor. From work, I answer. It pays better than humility. There's a pause on the line. Then that sharp inhale that always means disappointment, repackaged as concern. Fine, she says. Just remember, when opportunity knocks. I'll be at work, I interrupt gently. She hangs up. For a while, the silence it leaves feels strange, like I've opened a door to a new room in myself that's never had air before. Mitch starts tossing me solo jobs. Go. Text me if something explodes. It's a lowercase promotion, but I treat it like a headline. Mrs. Alvarez waves from her balcony when I fix her air. You have hands like your grandfather, she says. Steady and kind. That night, I add the sentence to my spreadsheet notes, right beside a new balance. Keys equals $3,050. Adrian calls, voice sleepy but proud. So, Mia Booker, the woman who can fix anything, even broken air. Almost anything, I say, smiling. Dinner this weekend? I'll cook. You cooking? I tease. Now that's pressure building. He laughs, the kind that fills quiet spaces. I realize I haven't heard someone laugh for me in a long time. By autumn, I've learned the weight of ladders, the hum of motors, and the beauty of small wins. I can walk into a boiler room and know which rattle is harmless and which one is about to cost someone a fortune. I'm proud, but tired in a good way. Tired that means living. Then Kara reappears. Adrian's ex. It starts small, a like on one of his old posts, then a comment, then a DM he shows me, unprompted. Just wanted to say congrats on still dating someone who actually works with her hands, she wrote. You always said you liked ambitious women. Adrian rolls his eyes. She's trying to get a reaction. I shrug, though something sharp catches behind my ribs. Did you answer? No, he says, because I already have one. I believe him, but I still check her profile later. Kara's curated life is perfect lighting and motivational captions. It reminds me too much of Brooke. That night, I stand in my small kitchen, reheating pasta, and realize something. I'm not jealous of her. I'm allergic to the version of myself that used to need other people's validation. Mitch invites me to an after-work barbecue with other techs. I almost decline. Old habits whisper, don't take space you weren't invited into. But I go. Someone asks, you Mitch's new apprentice? He answers before I can. Partner, he says simply. She runs her own jobs now. The word partner settles into me like warmth after a long shift in the cold. Driving home that night, the city hums around me. Honking, neon, endless noise, and for once, I don't feel invisible. I feel earned. 2 days later, Mom sends a group text. Family dinner Saturday. Networking. Big opportunity for Brooke's company. You should come, Mia. Might be good exposure. I type. I already have exposure. It's called sunlight. I'm working. She replies, always excuses. Then, Brooke's driving to the lake after. Maybe you can help her back into the garage first. I put the phone down. The mug gleams faintly on its shelf, catching a slice of the evening light. It's no trophy, but it's mine. The next morning, I get an email confirmation for a new client, Mrs. Alvarez's cousin, referral number 1. Subject line, the girl who listens. And for the first time in years, I realize that's what success sounds like. If guilt had a ringtone, mine would be my mother's. 3 weeks into November, she calls during my lunch break. Mia, sweetheart, we need your help with a tiny thing. Brooke's hosting her first Young Leaders brunch. Sponsors, mentors, press. The AC unit's making a funny noise. You can swing by, right? I wipe grease from my hands. Sure, when? Saturday morning. Guests arrive at 11. I can do 1 o'clock. I have a daycare repair at 9 and a bakery at 10. Pause. Then her voice sharpens. You'd put strangers ahead of your family? I'd honor whoever booked me first. Mia, don't be ridiculous. You can come at 9, fix it in 15 minutes, then help Brooke with setup. That's not how AC works, I say, calm. Or me. She exhales disappointment through her teeth. Fine. Do whatever you think is professional. Professional. The word sticks like static in my ear. Saturday arrives hot enough to make asphalt shimmer. I'm elbow deep in the bakery's roof unit when Brooke's name flashes on my phone. Brooke. Need help fast. Guests coming. House feels like a sauna. Me. Finishing a job. I'll be there at 1. Brooke. No strangers. Family energy only. I type back, then wait for family. The next photo she sends is her brunch setup. Floral arch, pastel napkins, and a caption. Manifesting cool vibes. At least she's manifesting something. By the time I pull up, the driveway is chaos. Cars, balloons, and one sign that says welcome future leaders. Inside, it's 83 degrees and climbing. Guests fan themselves with place cards. Someone's makeup is melting off in real time. Mom storms out, clipboard in hand. You could have been here hours ago. I was with paying clients, I answer. She glares. Family doesn't charge family. Then maybe family shouldn't book me like a stranger. Rick appears behind her, pretending to laugh it off. Let's just get it running, champ. I head straight to the unit. It's suffocating under decorative pebbles and a beach ball stuck to the coil. The drains clogged. Contactors pitted. Easy fixes, but all ignored for too long. I clear the drain, replace the switch, swap the contactor, hose the coil clean. 10 minutes later, the supply drops from 78 to 63. The vents sigh with relief. So do the guests. Mom appears again, face frozen in something polite. See, 15 minutes. 45, I correct. Brooke, radiant in pastels, sweeps over with a flute of champagne. Perfect timing. The influencer photos will look great now. She gestures at me. Could you, move the ladder? It's ruining the aesthetic. I move the ladder. Then I hand Rick the invoice. Payment due on receipt. He laughs like I told a joke. You're charging us today? I charge everyone. Mom's tone drops. We raised you better than this. No, I say softly. You raised me to think saying yes was love. I'm just unlearning that. The silence stretches until even the vents seem to hold their breath. Mom finally taps her card. There, happy? Just paid, I say. Not happy. That's different. As I pack up, a guest in a galaxy-patterned hat stops me near the door. You saved the deviled eggs, she says with a laugh. I smile. Just part of the service. She slips me a business card. We run a studio downtown. Call us. We need monthly maintenance, and we pay up front. Her wink is small but solid, proof that boundaries can make room for better things. That night, my family group chat combusts. Mom, you embarrassed us in front of everyone. Rick, family comes first, Mia. Brooke, posts a photo of my invoice. Imagine charging your own mother. I mute the thread. Then I pour coffee into my bolt-filled mug and open my laptop. 3 new messages, all from brunch guests, all booking appointments. Mitch texts a single line, told you professionalism pays. Adrian calls later. Rough day? Predictable day, I say, voice steady. But something good came out of it. He pauses. You sound different. I feel different. I look at my fridge, where my sticky note still hangs. Start today. I add a new one right below it. Keep going. The next morning, I slide the family chat to mute indefinitely. Then I print the studio's maintenance contract and sign it under my name, Mia Booker, technician. Not the other daughter, not the backup plan, just Mia. By December, my bookings fill faster than I can keep track. Word of mouth spreads faster than any ad. The bakery recommends me to a daycare. The daycare recommends me to a small office. I'm starting to think maybe success doesn't always look loud. It can hum quietly through air vents. But peace never lasts long when your family thinks your boundaries are an inconvenience. Tuesday night. I'm finishing paperwork when my phone buzzes. Mom, urgent. The new AC system is acting weird. We hired someone else. Half your rate. My stomach drops. Who? Some guy Brooke found online. Said he could do it fast. Cash only. He even fixed it same day. That explains the price. I drive over after hours, curiosity disguised as concern. The house hums wrong, like a throat clearing before a scream. I pop the outdoor panel and instantly see it. Unlevel pad, kinked whip, bruised line set. The contactor arcs when I touch it. The fuse? Wrong size. No permit anywhere in sight. Rick pokes his head out the door. Hey, champ, you think you can just patch it up? Patch it up, I echo. You basically adopted a fire hazard. He smirks. You're being dramatic. The guy had good reviews. I hold up a burned relay. Then he should have married this one. They both like sparks. Brooke appears, arms crossed. Mom said you'd overreact. It's fine. It's unsafe, I correct. This thing could burn your drywall in a week. She rolls her eyes. Or maybe you just hate that we didn't hire you. That one hits harder than I expect. I hate that you don't listen, I say quietly. Mom's voice cuts through the doorway. Don't start drama, Mia. Just fix it. I can't fix wrong without undoing it first, I tell her. It needs a full reinstall. Her expression hardens. So now you're punishing us for finding someone cheaper? I pull out my tablet, log the job, and start snapping photos. No, I'm documenting the damage before someone gets hurt. Rick sighs like the house is an inconvenience. Just name your price. I glance up. You don't need me to name it. You need to respect it. He chuckles. We're family. Don't play business with me. That's funny, I say, calm now. Because you already played contractor with someone else. Mom folds her arms. You think you're better than us now? No, I answer, just busier. That night, as I update my report, my phone buzzes again, this time with a message from Kara, Adrian's ex. Saw you on Brooke's story. You really charge your own mom? Wow, power move. My throat tightens. She must follow Brooke's page. Before I can even reply, Adrian sends a screenshot of the same message with his caption. Already blocked her. You don't owe explanations to anyone. I type, still stings. He calls. You're not the villain, Mia. You're just done being the family's free labor. I breathe out. You make it sound simple. It is. You just learned to bill for your piece. I laugh. Tired but genuine. That's the best invoice I've ever written. The next morning, I send my proposal. System replacement with permit, balancing, full safety inspection. Estimated cost, $4,800. Mom's reply is instant. This number is insulting. Family rate, please. I respond, that is the family rate. It's the rate that keeps you alive. She doesn't answer. But at midnight, my phone lights up again. Rick, we need this fixed by tomorrow. Name your price. Rick, 1 minute later. Actually, you owe it to us. I stare at the messages. For years, I've been told that being good meant saying yes. But I can feel something changing. Steady, grounded, like the sound of an AC finally balanced after years of strain. So I write 3 words I've practiced for years and never sent. Please book online. I hit send. The silence that follows isn't cold. It's clean. 2 days later, a review pops up on my site. Professional, punctual, and patient. Even fixed mistakes other contractors ignored. Signed, Studio Manager, the Galaxy Hat Lady. The same woman from the brunch. I smile. Sometimes respect doesn't come from the people who raised you. Sometimes it comes from strangers who saw your work and recognized it for what it is. That weekend, Mitch drops by the shop on his crutch, knee wrapped, grin crooked. You're taking over dispatch while I heal. Me? You've got the eye for it, he says, tossing me the spare key. You're better at reading people than thermostats, and you're already good at that. The key lands in my palm, warm from his hand. A different kind of bow. That night, I pour tea into my old mug. The sticker finally gives way, peeling off in one clean ribbon. Underneath, it's just plain ceramic. No message, no label, just mine. And that feels like freedom. The silence after my message, please book online, lasts 3 days. 3 whole days without my mother's sighs disguised as phone calls or Brooke's emoji-laced guilt trips. The quiet doesn't feel empty, it feels earned. Then, on Wednesday morning, a new booking appears in my inbox. Client name, Elaine Booker. Time slot, Wednesday, 1:03 to 3:03 p.m. Note, N.A. No message, no discount request, just a proper booking. For a second, I just stare at the screen. Then I laugh, softly, incredulously, because that click of confirmed appointment is the first real apology I've ever gotten from my mother. When I arrive, the house is different. Cooler, quieter. Brooke's SUV sits out front, spotless as always, but the usual curated chaos is gone. Inside, the air hums steady from the temporary fans I'd loaned them. Rick opens the door like he's signing for a delivery. You're early. Professional habit. He hands me the authorization sheet without eye contact. Just do what needs doing. Mom appears behind him, arms crossed, but voice softer than usual. Thank you for coming, Mia. I nod. Let's get you safe first, then comfortable. Up in the attic, I undo the bargain installer's mess. Replace crushed lines, re-level the pad, pull new permits, balance the airflow. Each fix feels like rewriting history with a wrench. For once, I'm not doing it for approval. I'm doing it right. 2 hours later, the system purrs. Cool air rolls through the vents like a sigh of relief. I hand Mom the warranty folder. Permits filed, serials registered, filters labeled by month. You're covered. She holds the packet like a foreign object. You always were good with details. I had to be, I say gently. Brooke lingers by the doorway, sunglasses perched like armor. Your van looks nice, she murmurs. Thanks. Silence again. Then she adds, sorry about the posts. That's okay. They helped with marketing. She blinks, unsure if I'm joking. Maybe I am. Mom clears her throat. Dinner soon? Just us girls? Maybe, I say. Book me first. I'm busy. It lands half serious, half teasing, and for the first time, she smiles without defense. That night, I drive home with the windows down. The van hums steady beneath me, its navy lettering catching the streetlights. Keys mechanical. Because everyone deserves to breathe easy. I didn't add the slogan. Adrian did, as a surprise. He called it marketing with heart. I just call it true. When I park outside my apartment, I notice the little plant Mrs. Alvarez gave me has grown taller, leaves curling toward the glass. On my counter, the mug sits plain, unbranded, catching the last gold of sunset. I peel off my work gloves and tape a new note to the fridge, right under keep going, leave, but toward. Leaving isn't running away anymore. It's choosing where the air feels breathable. A week later, I'm elbow deep in a repair when my phone rings. Unknown number. Hi, is this Keys Mechanical? Yes, this is Mia. You probably don't remember me, the woman says. I was at Brooke's brunch, the one with the overheating deviled eggs. You saved the day. I smile. How could I forget? What's going on? Our office AC's on the fritz. Think you could make it breathe again? Absolutely, I tell her. Send me the address. I'll book you for Friday morning. After we hang up, I sit in the van for a moment, engine quiet. From the glove box, I pull my old sticky note, the one that just said start today. It's crumpled, faded, but it still feels alive in my hand. I smooth it out beside the new one, leave, but toward, and realize they're part of the same sentence. Start today. Leave, but toward. That's the story. Not revenge, not rebellion, just repair, done right this time. The phone buzzes again with a new booking. I smile, start the engine, and drive toward it. Steady, sure, free.